You are listening to Give Me a Mic Pro Wrestling Podcast with Chris Day and Wilson Detres.
Go.
Hey ladies and gentlemen, we are here. It's December 11th, 2018. Welcome to Give Me a Mic Pro Wrestling Podcast. I'm Wilson Detres. Alongside Chris Day is here as well. We have a guest with us today. For those of you who are a fan of End of the Day Entertainment and watch frequently the warning tracks, Andrew Standish will be with us today.
Hello, everyone.
We are back from a extended hiatus since the summer.
Yeah, since August.
And it's almost Christmas time.
Wow. In less than 2 weeks.
Yeah, actually 2 weeks from today.
And being that it's near Christmas time, it is almost time for the TLC pay-per-view.
TLC. So we're going to talk about, wrestling in general, other topics.
Which hasn't been that good lately.
No.
So let's face it.
No. So let's get into it. TLC, when is TLC?
Sunday.
It's this Sunday.
It's this Sunday.
16th, I believe.
Yeah, last night was the go-home Raw before TLC.
Right.
And tonight's SmackDown.
Right, so we won't have anything on SmackDown because by the time...
You hear this, SmackDown will be over.
Right, so anyways, let's get into the card. I'm going to list the matches off. So, number one, which might be the main event, I don't know, Seth Rollins versus Dean Ambrose for the IC title. I think Dean Ambrose is going to win.
Same. I think, I'm not sure how much more you can do with the storyline. If you want to drag it out another month, you could have Ambrose win the title. Rollins will get a rematch. But I think Rollins is on to bigger and better things, and Dean Ambrose will kind of stay in the mid-card area.
What about you, Andrew?
I think Rollins is going to lose, and I think last night they planted the seeds for the WrestleMania main event, which will be Brock Lesnar versus Seth Rollins for the Universal title. Because if you remember last night's Raw, Rollins pretty much called out Lesnar for never being on Raw. And I do not think the Beast Incarnate will take that too kindly.
I was thinking the same thing myself during that opening promo where he called out, didn't really call out Lesnar maybe, but brought that up, and I'm like, all right, here it comes. Here's the beginning of it.
Yeah,
it's funny because that's one thing I had in my notes, that Lesnar and Rollins was at least from the Raw side, the penciled in main event for Mania for the Universal title. So it would make sense for Rollins to drop the IC title to Ambrose. One thing before I get into the next match, I'm just not a fan of Ambrose's new theme. It's just very lazy. It's the sirens over his old one. It
doesn't even mesh together well.
It doesn't. Yeah, there's no rhythm to it. There's no.
It just sounds bad.
There's no correlation between the two sounds. It's just sirens over his old theme. Come on, I don't know. What do you think?
It's like you're not. It's like WWE just stopped trying.
Yeah.
Well, clearly, look at the ratings. That's obvious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Raw's ratings are the lowest they've been since
ever. Last week's Raw was the lowest ratings they've ever had.
Ever in general?
Including 93 when they debuted.
I am fairly positive that I saw somewhere that last week's Raw was the lowest rated Monday Night Raw ever.
Wow. Well, we'll get into that. So next on the card, which I think I don't even want to watch this. I'll just skip over it. Baron Corbin versus Braun Strowman. Is this a TLC match?
No.
It's just a regular. Okay.
No. It is a TLC match. Yeah,
it is. Yeah, it is. I didn't. Yeah.
My mistake.
And is Rollins and Ambrose with TLC? What's that? Is that just a ladder match?
It's just a regular match.
That's just a match.
Regular match.
Yeah.
Out of all these matches,
let's Rollins and Ambrose
for the title,
not a TLC match
or a ladder match.
It's not a ladder match, a chair match, anything. It's nothing.
Yeah, this is the logic that creative is giving us.
Right.
WWE.
And also, I bet you there's going to be some random ass chairs match on this card.
Right.
I haven't seen the full card yet. I'm literally hearing it for the first time from Wilson.
Right.
I'm gonna go Braun Strowman because Baron Corbin sucks.
There's more to this though.
Yes. The stipulation is.
Oh yes.
If Strowman wins, he'll earn his Universal title match at the Royal Rumble. Mm-hmm. If Corbin wins, he'll become the permanent general manager of Raw.
Braun's gonna win.
Braun's gonna win.
Till she's 100% cleared to compete.
If you do watch the garbage that's been Monday Night Raw lately, you could tell the seeds been planted for Corbin to be set up to lose on Sunday.
Moving forward, Ronda Rousey, the Raw Women's Champion, defending against Nia Jax with Tamina.
Yawn.
Again, this is a regular match. There's no stipulation.
Ronda Rousey.
Ronda.
Ronda Rousey, there's no question.
Ronda Rousey in less than 10 minutes.
She will be undefeated when WrestleMania rolls around.
Well,
Yeah.
they had this match back in the summer in June at Money in the Bank. And there was no decisive winner because of the...
Alexa Bliss cashed in the briefcase.
If they're smart, I know I'm skipping ahead a few matches here. They will have Becky Lynch lose the title, win the Women's Royal Rumble, and face Ronda at Mania.
I could see that, and I'd be okay with that.
I'd be 100% okay with that. And
that.
I think Becky should win.
I can see that happening. Yeah, I can see that.
Since her heel turn, Becky Lynch has been as hot as you can be for a superstar. Am I wrong?
You're not
and
wrong.
as over as you
And
can
as
be.
over as you can be. I think pushing her to the moon is the best thing they can do right now.
And she is the man.
Yes, she is.
Well,
anyway, what's next?
Let me skip forward since we're talking about
All right.
You might as well go to that next.
Exactly. Becky Lynch, the SmackDown Women's Champion, defending against Charlotte and Asuka in a triple threat TLC match for the title.
I think Becky Lynch loses. It won't hurt her because she doesn't have to be pinned. It's a TLC match. I think this should be the main event of the show. I don't think it will be, but I think it should be.
Is this how far we... And not to put down the women, but is this how bad the product has been that we're hoping that the girls close the show because what they've been doing is better than the dudes? Is that how bad...
I want this match to close the show.
With
Yeah.
the three
Because-
you have in the main event, and for the record, I think Asuka should win.
I was going to say Asuka pins Charlotte.
What do you go with?
TLC.
And
TLC.
Where do you go with Asuka?
transitional champion, I think.
To who?
I don't know. They'll find somebody.
Asuka-
Other than if they gave it to Charlotte would have her 9th reign.
I'm gonna break my TV.
3
if
years.
Charlotte wins. I'll break my TV if Charlotte
8th
wins.
reign.
That
Her
is
8th
garbage.
reign in what? 5 years?
Charlotte,
Not even
less
I
than?
think.
yeah, I actually
4
had this in
years,
my
maybe?
notes. Hold on, I actually had this. I'll get a little sidetracked, whatever.
Yeah.
Charlotte actually just hit a milestone. She has wrestled more matches than her father under the WWE banner.
That's
So
not that surprising, though.
So as of right now,
Yeah.
Charlotte wrestled 695 matches, and going because
Yeah.
she's so
That's
active.
that is
Flair-
kind of a lot though, because Flair came back in 01.
Well, Flair wrestled 675 under the WWE banner.
Yeah,
Well,
but
yeah,
in
you
the
gotta keep in
90s
mind-
he didn't have that
You got to
many,
keep
right?
in mind his 92 run, his 91 run as champion.
He had 91 to 93 because he was only on a couple episodes of Raw originally.
Right.
Yeah.
And then he had 01 to 08.
But you
Like,
got to
I-
think
that's
in
still-
the you got to think though
Live
when he
events,
was
house shows.
I can't see did Ric Flair work that many house shows when he came back in the 2000s?
Probably not.
And especially
I don't
towards
know.
the end of his run, were they going to have a 58-year-old man or however the hell old he
No,
was
but you gotta
out there
imagine-
wrestling house shows?
But you have to think that back in 91 and 92, house shows and live events is how they made their money.
And
Yeah, that's true.
There were less of them though. Also, I
Yeah.
think, so
Right.
Yeah.
And also, Charlotte has also tied WWE Hall of Famer Trish Stratus with the most reigns as women's champion with 7. However,
See-
the controversy where we get into the controversy where Trish won 7 straight women's titles between
yeah,
2000.
there weren't 2 different women's titles.
Right,
coming
right.
out,
Between
yeah.
hold on. Between 2000 and 2006, Charlotte is in the era where she won the NXT Women's title,
That doesn't
the
count in my opinion.
the Divas title,
Yep.
the Raw Women's title, the SmackDown Women's title, and before the Raw and SmackDown Women's titles,
She was a women's champion.
She was a women's.
And
So you're talking about 5 different titles.
And I don't like how they count the Divas title and the Raw Women's title as 2 separate reigns when Charlotte did not lose the belt at Mania.
Well,
Yeah.
and just kind of took the new title and got rid of the old one.
she
Yeah.
came in as champion.
Left as champion.
Well, she came in as a Divas champion, and the title was retired as soon as she won the women's title.
Yeah, but it
So
was,
she became-
it was
she
the
started
same
a new
reign
reign.
though. Didn't it? That's what I don't get. It did not start a new reign.
But
That's
that would be the equivalent of. Let me think.
Brock Lesnar
No, remember when
getting a new
Jericho?
world title instead
remember-
of the
remember
Universal, and
Remember when Jericho unified the WCW and the WWE title.
Yes, 2001.
So that would be the equivalent.
We just had the anniversary of that a couple days ago.
Oh wow, yeah, we did. Wow.
That was 17 years ago.
Oh my goodness, I remember watching that live too.
Vengeance 2001.
Yes.
Quick note, I'm going to interrupt. On this day in 2000, I want to say 1, was the Booker T Stone Cold Supermarket
That
segment.
was the most entertaining segment
Of all time.
I'm gonna get a quick confirmation on that because I saw it earlier and I wanted to bring it up. Yeah, 17 years ago.
That's probably the best skit SmackDown
you
ever.
have it
From
on
the,
your phone now.
from the
Let's see it.
Centennial Garden Arena in Bakersfield, California.
So, I got way sidetracked here. What was I talking about?
We were talking about the TLC.
We were
match
talking about
with
TLC
women.
and the,
No,
and the
no,
girls.
with Charlotte. Oh, no.
Yeah,
That
awesome.
would be the equivalent of when Jericho unified the titles with the WWE title. Oh, I'm sorry, the WCW with the WWE title. That would be the equivalent of Jericho continuing to be WCW champion, even though he unified the titles.
All right, I guess I can see the point with that. 'cause
Right? It wouldn't make sense.
Yeah.
So, anyways, that's that with Charlotte.
Who do you think that wins that match? You didn't say.
Oh, Becky Lynch. I think Becky Lynch will win.
Okay.
Because
All right, so
I can see the
so we're divided on one.
I can
so
see the
far.
Ronda Rousey and Becky Lynch match happening, but both coming in as champion.
See,
I think
but
that
they
would be
can't
better
unify the
personally.
belts, though. I think that's
No,
stupid.
it'll just
No, they
be
don't have to
champion
unify
versus
the belt.
champion.
At Mania?
Yes.
I can see that happening.
It should be, as far as I'm concerned.
I can see them going in champion versus champion, or Becky Lynch and Ronda for the Raw
I've said
Women's
this
title.
before, but I think last year they should have kept Asuka undefeated, and they could have had Asuka go undefeated to this year's WrestleMania on like a 4-year undefeated streak to face undefeated Ronda Rousey. But no, why my ideas suck apparently.
Well, let's go on.
This is why you're not writing for
I
WWE,
should
and you're sitting here doing this.
I
With us.
should be. Listen to my ideas, WE. They're better than yours.
Half the time we'll be watching Raw and he'll predict what happens. It's so predictable.
It's bad. We actually do that.
What's the next thing?
Next match.
The next match on the SmackDown side of things, Daniel Bryan, the WWE champion, defending against AJ Styles again. It's a title match, but there's no stipulation.
You're joking, right?
No stipulation.
What the? Oh my god! Well, Daniel Bryan's gonna win
Yeah, Daniel Bryan's gonna win
in a heel-ish way.
Yes, in a heelish way.
He's gonna kick a guy in the
DQ
groin on that night.
finish, count out.
No, I think he'll get the
At a
win.
TLC pay per view.
No, I'm not. Maybe he won't get the win, but Daniel Bryan leaves TLC with the belt.
Yeah, well,
He'll find a way.
If
He'll
not,
find a way.
he's gonna leave with the belt. That's all I know.
Okay.
We just
Do we all agree on that? Pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
we just
okay.
we just covered the WWE title in 50 seconds. 'Cause that's how bad it is.
I like the new Daniel Bryan.
No,
I like
do-
the heel.
do
I
as
just
well.
don't like this match because what I don't understand. You have the biggest title that's going to be on this show, and you're not. No stipulation on a stipulation pay per view. It makes no sense.
Yeah.
So with the Royal Rumble looming about a month from now, where do you see Daniel Bryan's title run going? Obviously to Mania, but
Yeah, he's
Face
gonna.
next Jeff Hardy, Rey Mysterio.
he's a
Jeff Hardy's gonna have
He
a
was-
probably a few
No,
with Samoa Joe, so probably
yeah,
Rey Mysterio.
probably not. Oh God.
well, he was a fan. He wanted to be a heel, for the last 3 to 4 months since he came back. So I'm a fan of his heel turn. I love
Yeah,
it.
well.
He knows how to be a bad guy. He knows how to get the crowd to hate him and love him. And I thought it was gonna be hard for the
It's impressive
crowd.
how quickly he's got them to turn on him.
Right. I thought it was going to be hard for the fans to even get behind him.
Yeah.
I thought they were going to. It's working. I just don't know where he's going to go from here
If you guys think about it,
with an opponent.
Brian has never had a heel run in WWE.
Yes, he has.
When?
2011 when he was 2012.
He had the world title when he faced Sheamus, but
But then the whole yes thing got over and they
Well,
turned
that was
face.
after he was world champion. After he had those.
even,
Oh,
though
okay.
even though he was a heel, he was still over. And then even when
And but he wasn't like setting the world on fire, Daniel Bryan. Like not
No,
this
but-
Daniel Bryan.
and even then, when he changed the chance from yes to no, they tried to get rid of that.
yeah,
People
that
just
got
said no
over too.
instead. It
Yeah,
didn't matter. Like
yeah.
it kept him over. And then they had the Team Hell No thing, and that got
Yeah,
over. And
If you think about it, he hasn't.
could get him to be a heel.
He
this has worked.
He probably hasn't had a decent heel run since he was in Ring of Honor. 'Cause that was his last stop before he came to WWE, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And that was in 2009 when he signed.
Yep.
In the summer of 09. And that,
It was the night of SummerSlam that year.
right. So
Moving on.
Yes.
Moving on, let's go to Monday Night Raw. Finn Balor versus Drew McIntyre, no stipulation.
I heard Finn Balor was sick this week, and that's why he wasn't on Raw.
He was on Raw.
He was on Raw. I heard he wasn't on Raw.
Wait, no, that was
Yeah.
last week.
That was last week.
Yeah.
Drew McIntyre beat him up last week. They wrote him off TV this week.
Yeah.
Drew McIntyre wins in what'll be a good match, but this has nothing. This is just burying Finn Balor more.
This is
Finn Balor should be.
this
I
is a
said
time
it before.
filler.
I said it before. And I'll say it again. Finn Balor should be Universal Champion right now.
If Finn Balor doesn't have one of the big 2 belts on his waist by next year, he should quit.
He should.
He
agree.
should.
Because it's a joke what's happening to him.
Mm-hmm.
Next match, again, for Monday Night Raw, Elias versus Bobby Lashley, no stipulation.
Nobody cares.
That's when I'll be making my
Sure.
snack during the pay-per-view.
Yeah, probably.
Lashley wins, but no one cares.
I'm going to go Elias because I just want to be different.
All right, we're divided. Next, from the SmackDown Live side of things, The Bar, the WWE SmackDown Tag Team Champions, versus The New Day versus the Usos in a triple threat tag team match for the SmackDown Tag Team titles with no stipulation.
You know, there's only so many times you could have these 3
Teams,
same teams face each other,
Right.
but you know what? It's always really good. Especially the Usos and New Day. I mean, let's
Right.
face it, they're always really good.
Right.
There's only sometimes you can do it, but it's always really good.
The New Day have won the SmackDown Tag titles about, 3-4 times already?
Something.
So, they're 5-time overall champions.
So 3, yeah, because they won the Raw titles twice, so...
And
No,
the original reign that went into the Raw title reign. They were the W Tag Team Champions,
Yes.
and then they were the first Raw Tag Team Champions. Kind of just went into
Yeah.
the same thing with the
Charlotte,
Charlotte we were
yeah.
talking about earlier.
Right.
I'll go
I'm
the
going
Bar.
with the Usos.
I'm going to go with the Bar.
I'm gonna go with the Usos. You know what? If you hear a weird noise, that's my cat sneezing in the background. What the hell is wrong with you, kitty? Jesus! Are you okay?
We have a dying cat in here.
Let me go make sure my cat's okay. You know what? I'm gonna say the New Day because I want to be different from all of us.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. What's the matter with you?
Come here, kitty.
Are we going to edit
What's
this
the
part?
next match?
No, we're not going to edit this
Oh,
part
no,
out.
we're keeping
Oh,
Keeping that in. All right, we just got a little sidetracked there.
we're like ECW in the 90s. We don't edit shit out.
There you
I
go.
don't have time for that. My time is valuable.
Yeah. Okay, all right. Let's go. Let's move forward. Is she okay?
Yeah.
She's fine.
We are recording live, folks.
This
Oh,
is
yeah.
it's live. All right. Yeah.
The
No
action
editing
is here
involved.
and the action is live.
Next match.
They're laughing because if for you old wrestling,
no.
the older wrestling fans will get that from Eric Bischoff in WCW. Now that we got that out of the way, welcome to WCW. Whatever the fuck I just said.
All right.
The action's here. The action's
Yeah,
on.
that.
Action
Moving
is here,
on.
action
Moving
is
on.
live.
Moving on.
Where the big boys play. Okay. Again from Monday Night Raw with no stipulation. Oh, actually, this does have a stipulation.
Oh, wow,
Natalia
finally.
versus Ruby Riott in the tables match.
So meanwhile, I want to point out that Natalia versus Ruby Riott in a tables match, no title on the line,
Right.
but they get a stipulation. Meanwhile, Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins, the Intercontinental titles on the line.
The 2 guys who are on the poster for the
The
event.
2 guys that are on the poster for the event with probably the second most prestigious title in the company, no stipulation,
I'd like
no
to
big
point out
deal.
how poorly mismanaged and disrespectful the storyline has been.
For what?
It's to get over Ruby Riott.
Well,
But
this
first-
isn't the first time
Well,
the
no,
companies
I mean,
use someone's death to get a storyline over.
They had
Eddie Guerrero.
Aren't they
They
using-
drove Eddie Guerrero's lowrider through the SmackDown set.
Aren't they using the
They had Randy Orton say Eddie was in hell.
yeah?
was-
Aren't they using
that was
Roman
pretty low.
Reigns' leukemia in the storyline?
They brought it up, but not.
Loosely,
They haven't
haven't-
used it like disrespectful.
I heard they did it again last night. I could be wrong.
Yeah, but it wasn't really not like this. Ruby Riott broke.
And let's be honest, how disrespectful! It's just a picture of him on a table.
Well, no, but they had him break the sunglasses too, which obviously were probably not his real sunglasses.
Be real.
But then
But
there were, all the marks like, oh my god, they broke them.
And Natalia's horrible crying too.
Yeah, that's whatever. I don't care who wins this match, honestly.
Ruby Riott wins.
Yeah, I'll go Ruby Riott.
All right,
Wilson just does not care.
I don't care. Let's go to 205 Live. The Cruiserweight Champion, Buddy Murphy, defending against Cedric Alexander, no stipulation.
Buddy Murphy.
I found out this match was happening last night.
As did I.
I
I got
you guys
notes.
beat. I got you guys beat. I found that when I was scrolling the dirt sheets.
No,
before
literally,
we did this.
I was
Cedric
taking,
Alexander wins.
I was
Really?
taking notes,
I think
and
the
I
belt back in
was
Cedric.
I was taking notes for this, and I kept refreshing the page.
Mm-hmm.
And when I refreshed it, is when that match was added. I
Oh.
was like, oh crap! All right, I guess
Yeah.
I guess it's on the card now.
I do like that they're at least putting the matches on the main card though, because the matches are very good.
So far,
No.
Do we have a pre-show match?
well, I was going to get to that.
Oh,
So
okay.
far, no pre-show matches have been announced.
So who gets moved to the pre-show?
They do have one match that is.
What's? I mean, they
I
could.
think it's on the card. I'm not sure. It could be put on the pre-show. It's the finals of the mixed match challenge.
That is on the main card, I think.
That's on the main card.
Yes.
Okay. Well,
I guarantee you, they move that and the Ruby Riot match to the pre-show.
I don't even know who's on. Like, what is that?
That's Wilson's phone.
yeah, someone's.
Yeah, you
calling.
told me to put my phone on silent.
It's on vibrate, and I don't know who that is, so I'm gonna hang up. It's not a girl.
I don't even know who.
A girl call you? Come on, bro.
Girl, call me. What the hell am I thinking? Right?
I don't even know who's in the mixed match challenge. I've had so many.
They've
I
had-
know
oh
it's
my God.
Bailey and Apollo Crews versus somebody else. I don't know who it is.
Well, there's finals and stuff, but
Yeah.
so many injuries. Like Braun Strowman was in it originally.
Yeah,
And
Finn
then,
Balor
yeah.
was supposed to be with
Yeah,
Bailey.
there's so many different switches and changes that I don't know what's going on.
Right.
They're doing the playoffs now, but apparently that doesn't matter because Jinder Mahal's in the playoffs and he has like a 1-4 record with Alicia Fox. So what's the
Yeah.
whole point? There's no point to the whole show.
Yeah.
But well, actually, there is a point because the winners get the number 30 spots in the Royal Rumble
Okay.
in both
Oh.
in
For both the men and
Rumbles.
the women?
Yes.
Oh, good.
So that tells me Apollo Crews isn't winning the Royal Rumble,
Yeah.
and Bailey's not winning the women's.
I don't even know
Royal Rumble.
who's in the finals, and I don't care.
I kind of want to look at it. Okay.
We can
you
just
pull,
go-
you pull that up on
Yeah,
your
I'm on it.
We can discuss that next week. Go to the next match. We'll come back to that one.
That's the whole card.
Wow.
Oh well, there.
Oh,
there
good.
go
So we
then.
have
11 matches.
We have 3/4 of this card that I don't care about.
pretty much. Yeah, that's how it works.
No, and out of all these matches, what, 3 of them have stipulations
Something like that.
on a TLC pay-per-view?
Something else. Oh, we forgot to mention. It was added last night. Elias and Lashley is a ladder match
Oh, they
with
for
Elias's
what?
guitar hanging above the ring.
Woof.
And the winner can use it as a weapon, kind of like how he did with Triple H and Nash back in the day. The sledgehammer can be used. It's still a pinfall match, but whoever gets the guitar can use it. As Wilson is shaking his head in the background, and my girlfriend who just got home from work just said "woof," and that's our thoughts exactly, basically, about this card.
I'm trying to find the standings, but I can't find it.
And I'm losing patience really
Who
quickly.
cares? Let's just move on.
Did you pull it up on your phone?
I'm on WWE's website. I'm not finding anything.
Because
Go on
even
Wikipedia.
WWE doesn't want to promote mixed match challenge anymore.
Wikipedia.
I was on Wikipedia. They didn't have nothing.
All right.
Anyway,
Moving on. Let's
fuck it.
get on to something else.
All right. You want to talk about Raw's bad ratings?
Yes, which we touched on earlier. They are the worst they've ever been.
Mm-hmm.
And when you watch the show, you can see why. I got home late last night. I put Raw on to fall asleep.
I believe it.
That is what I put on so I can fall asleep because I knew that's how it would be. I made it through the first segment with Rollins and then I fell asleep.
Yeah.
That was how it went. Because Rollins is basically the only good thing on Raw.
I don't really watch Raw religiously anyway live because I really can't bring myself to sit through 3 hours of this
Professional-
crap. When
Professional
they have
wrestler?
they have an
You
extra
You can't sit through 3 hours of professional wrestling.
they have an extra hour to work with rather than the traditional 2 hours, and they just manage to make 2 hours of the show meaningless.
They
to me.
just have people in multiple segments.
Mm-hmm.
They show recaps. Half the show's recaps.
Half
and
the
the-
show's
and-
recaps, hyping up pay-per-view
It's
matches.
just time for more commercials. So there's
Yeah.
really how much more you're actually getting.
Yeah.
You're not really getting anything.
Pretty much.
Whatever starts the show, which last night was Rollins and Corbin. You know when 9 o'clock hits, Michael Cole's gonna recap it, and you know when 10 o'clock hits, Michael Cole's gonna recap it again.
Let me point
Yeah.
out that the last 2 weeks, Vince McMahon has rewritten Raw at last minute. The entire show.
I believe
Yes.
He's rewritten Raw completely from top to bottom at last minute. I don't know. I mean, obviously that's what's contributing to the horrible ratings because the quality's awful. But
And has no planning ahead of time. But
right,
last week was rewritten because of the death of President George H.W. Bush. It was in
Right.
Houston, so McMahon wanted all the faces to go over to send the crowd home happy. That was the reason behind that.
All right.
Because Houston would be upset over the passing of the former president who lived there, that all the faces needed to go over.
Well, that's just shitty planning.
That was the logic behind all of that last week.
Maybe.
I can see the logic, or I can see why he wanted to do that, but it doesn't make sense.
No.
NXT TakeOver Phoenix.
Now we're talking.
January 26,
Now we're
2019.
talking.
The good stuff.
One match has been announced.
Okay.
Tommaso Ciampa, the current NXT champion, will be defending against the man who just invoked his rematch clause, Aleister Black. It's going to be quality, regardless. So.
Tommaso Ciampa wins.
Ciampa wins.
And then
Clean?
Aleister Black is in the Royal Rumble match.
100%
Maybe
agree.
not clean, but...
What about the other way around? Black goes over? And
No.
Or has Black put in more time that he's like...
I think
I
Black's
think
put in
it's-
more meaningful time.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I think it's Black.
Meaningful time?
Yeah. When Ciampa really didn't get big until like earlier this year,
Yeah,
I
you're
think.
right, you're right.
You know,
I mean that's no fault of his own. Well, not even earlier this year, but whenever he came back.
Yeah,
he came back earlier this year.
I would love to say Aleister Black should go to Raw to get a fresh face on Raw, but he'll get lost in the crowd there.
Oh my god.
Oh my gosh.
Yep.
That's just how it is.
Well, that's the only match that's announced for that takeover, yes.
And we'll get back to we'll talk more about that when it gets closer, because TakeOver is actually worth watching,
Yeah.
unlike most of the product.
I just realized the Raw tag titles don't have a match at TLC.
Yeah, that could get added to the pre-show or something. The
Considering
rematch.
that Chad Gable and Bobby Roode won them last night.
Yeah.
Imagine if they did
Yeah,
that
it
and they just have
happened.
AOP invoke their rematch and win.
So what was the point of
That
that?
These two have to be transitional champions.
you'd think.
Rooting-
I don't see any. I do not see them going
AOP were
for
transitional
belts.
champions. They won them like 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Well, that was because Corbin, had him face Rollins, but you could always do a thing like how Seth Rollins brought up the Revival last night.
Mhm.
They're heels.
Oh,
They could be the next challenge and
I hope so.
maybe actually get used correctly.
It is a crime that these two are not tag team champions. The Revival should have been champions at least 2 or 3 times by now.
And
if they do not have a tag title reign of any kind by the end of 2019, I'm going to say this again, they should quit.
Here's something, and they almost went with him this summer. They had the Revival beat Roman Reigns and Lashley, and I believe 2 straight weeks on Raw,
Right.
and then went nowhere with it.
Yep.
The guy from WWE, Roman Reigns, and then the number, who he's facing, Lashley,
Yeah.
twice, not once, twice, hit Roman Reigns with Shadow Machine 2 times in a
Yeah.
row in the same Raw,
Yeah.
and went nowhere with it.
Yeah, that was over the summer.
They could have
They-
used that to catapult them, and they didn't.
yeah. They were
Because Vince McMahon apparently doesn't like wrestlers.
the first
Well,
two-time
they're
NXT.
they're not big enough, apparently.
Well, they were the first 2-time NXT tag team champions in NXT. And they're
If-
probably one of the best tag teams I've seen in a while.
If Triple H was running the show, they would be champions. But he's not running the show yet,
Oh,
so.
definitely.
And I'm also going to say this for you, Andy, because I know you probably don't thinking it right now. Make the Monday Night Revival T-shirt
Oh my god.
in black.
All right, so I remember.
Did you tweet at him?
I have. I remember on Raw 25. I
January
don't.
25th of 2018.
There,
22nd.
22nd.
22nd of
Whenever it
I was
was.
there live. Woof.
There was a photo that the WWE posted of them two, of the Revival backstage, and Scott Dawson is wearing a T-shirt in the old Monday Night Raw font that says Monday Night Revival. Nice. I would sell my soul for one of these T-shirts. I cannot find one anywhere.
You will sell your soul for a burger.
You're not wrong. Nobody's disputing that. But anyway, yeah, get on it, WWE shop. There goes the cat again.
Yeah, the cat's sneezing again.
The cat needs to see
What
it.
is wrong with the cat? I don't know. Are you okay, kitty?
You right, Harley?
She's allergic to you.
I think the mic can
Probably.
pick that up. But yeah, the cat is having a sneezing fit, and I don't know what's going on.
Probably allergic to Wilson.
Allergic to me?
Maybe it's allergic to the crap that is this show. Anyway, what else do we got?
Well, I want to talk about this because this hasn't been talked about, and it's frustrating me,
Oh boy.
and it keeps me up at night.
Oh boy.
Don't lie.
This is gonna be good. I don't think he's kidding.
It keeps me up at night. It's not my crippling depression. It's
boy.
this. SmackDown Live got obliterated, and this is recent, so recent enough.
I know who you have.
Obliterated at Survivor Series, 6-0.
Yep.
And Shane McMahon tweeted out, I think the following night or that night. It might have been the following night or that early that morning.
It was the next morning.
Yep.
I think,
Yeah, he tweeted out that a change is coming or something needs to change or whatever. The following SmackDown, they didn't mention anything about it. They had crappy segments, right?
Yep.
And
He mentioned nothing about any kind of change or anything.
you guys, and I was watching Taz's podcast, and he was right. You guys just got embarrassed, completely embarrassed and buried by Raw.
Yep.
You guys lost all of your champions were buried, and you're having these crappy Thanksgiving segments and all this crap, and you're not. What are you doing? Like, what are you doing?
Nothing.
You like? Oh my goodness!
It's like you. I almost wonder, because I heard that there was Fox representatives at Survivor Series, and they buried SmackDown, the show Fox is getting.
What is it? $25 million deal?
25.
$250.
Yeah,
Right.
that's some.
It's
Some
it's like
stupid
$1
number of
billion
money.
for 5 years or something. It's something.
It's something. Hold on, I'll get it.
I did the math. It was
Yeah,
like
can you
it's
pull
like
it up?
Yeah.
Fox is giving me like $4 million per episode.
How many?
$4 million per episode. It's ridiculous.
Right. So in less than a year, SmackDown's going to move to Fox, and on Friday nights,
Back to Friday nights, yes.
right on Fox's network. For how much is it? Did you pull it up?
Yeah. It is a.
It's
Hold on.
$1 billion.
Yeah,
I know
it's
it's
250 million annually, starting next October.
$205 million
For a 5 year
annually.
for a 5 year deal, right?
Yes, something like
So
that.
it's over $1 billion.
Over
total.
okay. So you're making $1 billion off of Fox to put SmackDown on their network.
Yep.
And, you're
And then
getting
you
paid
buried
that,
it.
and then you bury that. You bury the brand in front of Fox representatives.
Yes, while they were there, yeah.
They had to be
That's-
thrilled.
Yeah. So,
It just
also, for those you don't know, Fox wants Ronda Rousey on SmackDown.
oh they do.
Ooh, I didn't
So-
hear that.
I don't know if her deal is even through that long, but if she sticks around, she'll most likely be on SmackDown to give them some, big name value when they move to Fox.
Oh, good. So Raw's ratings will even be more in the toilet.
Well,
They
they'll
don't turn this shit
probably
around.
send like Charlotte and Becky back to Raw and switch Ronda.
Oh, yeah, so we can
Ronda.
do that dance for the
Well,
third
Sasha
time,
Banks-
for the 30th time.
And Bailey should be on
Needs to be
SmackDown.
split up. No, one of them can stay. One of them needs to go. They cannot be in the same show.
They
For the
they
love
can
of
get rid of
God.
both of them as far as I'm concerned. I don't care anymore.
I cared about
By the
them
way,
in NXT.
who else wants to punch Michael Cole in the face every time he blows his load, saying
boss
it's boss time? Come on.
Yeah.
Her music goes off, and here he is. Oh, it's boss time. Fuck you, Michael Cole. Suck a dick. Holy shit. Where's JR?
Man.
We forgot to mention that this program is viewer discretion should be advised.
A little late to mention that, but
Well, you didn't give me a chance to. I didn't think you were gonna.
Well, he can
you
edit that.
went off there, my man.
Oh, he went off.
Michael Cole sucks.
He went
Yeah.
off.
I would rather listen to Tom Phillips and Byron Saxton all Monday night than Michael
Okay.
Cole.
Now you're pushing it.
Byron Saxon isn't that bad.
He's a little too face of an announcer, but you get the point.
Yeah, him and Corey Graves are funny together because Corey Graves just makes fun of him all the time.
Yeah.
Or bring back JBL.
Shut up,
Ma-
Sa- oh,
Shut
well, I was gonna
up,
say-
Michael.
Yeah.
Well, GBL, yeah. He was alright.
JBL's an asshole, but he's pretty good in commentary.
Yeah.
He's a real life asshole, but he's good in commentary.
Yes, he is.
Very much so. I do miss those days when it was JR and King. Before King was a yes man.
When I used to listen, I would watch old pay-per-views randomly. And whenever I'd sit there and listen to Jerry the King Lawler, I would literally sit there and think to myself, what is this guy saying? Why is he saying this? Just because some of the stuff he would say was just so outlandish to me.
Right.
And I can't even pinpoint what exactly he would be saying, but I couldn't, I don't know.
Yeah,
Anyway.
yeah. So, some sad news happened a couple of days ago. Former WWE superstar Big Cass, Big C in the Indies, suffered a seizure at a House of Hardcore event 2 days ago.
My cousin was at the event.
He was?
Yeah, Nick was actually
Oh,
there.
Nick was there?
Yeah, he was there with a buddy of his. They had a couple. They brought in a couple wrestlers for the autograph signings at this event, and he said that it happened in the lobby, I guess, of the 2300 arena.
It was during the
of the
intermission.
ECW arena, and apparently he's fine.
He's fine now.
He's fine now, but still. It wasn't drug. Tommy Dreamer came out and said he wasn't drug related.
Right, he announced it
But that-
live and he tweeted it. Unfortunately, somebody recorded footage of it while it was happening. I saw it. And a little distasteful, but it's good to know that he's feeling better and he's fine now.
Why would somebody record that?
I don't know.
Were they recording before he actually fell?
No,
or?
he was during this.
Oh, okay.
It was pretty insensitive.
And
There's always that one person that does it, so...
Right. And it kind of... I mean, I don't know if this has anything to do with it. It's not drug-related thing, thank goodness, but
then...
He's been noticeably bigger.
Yeah, he's
Post
put on a bunch of weight.
Right.
He looks like shit.
Right. And it kind of rules out any potential for a return to WWE, considering how strict they are with concussions and all this stuff, and brain injuries and all these things.
I was gonna say, now if it's not drug related, then what is it? Why does a guy 7 foot tall just have a seizure?
I mean, you
like
never
that?
know.
Look at Daniel Bryan. It took him 2 years just to get cleared.
Yeah,
from
but
a concussion. Imagine a seizure.
I mean, we don't. Did Big Cass ever have a concussion? I don't remember.
I don't know. Who knows what he's been doing in the Indies? How many matches he's had?
Yeah.
There could be a ton of things that could cause that.
He looks bad now, though.
Right.
He looks awful.
He does. Yeah, he's put on
compared to what he looked like before. I saw Enzo tweet it out to him, or not tweet it out to him, but
he tweeted about it.
Yeah, he tweeted about it. He had positive things to say. I don't remember what he said exactly, but I know that they weren't distasteful.
I know they're not really friends outside of the ring.
Oh, okay.
But for the right price, they could do their shtick at an indie show.
Oh, absolutely.
It'll happen. If someone offers up enough money for them to do it, they'll absolutely be there.
Oh, yeah.
They'll do that.
But other than that, yeah, Big Cass in the indie scene has done really nothing.
Yeah.
So, fantasy matches. And you called it what? Fantasy Warfare?
Fantasy Warfare.
Oh, is this a segment we're doing? Or?
We've done
we've
done
oh, okay.
We've done this.
I've listened to the. I mean, obviously,
sometimes we go on and on about it for basically no reason.
Right.
But how many do you have to take? 4, you said?
I have about 4 if you guys can match me. Or...
Sure, yeah, no, bring them on.
Yeah, so let's do it.
All right. I thought of these off the top of my head, so.
I tried to think of some myself, but I didn't really have any. I had one that
Well,
I thought of, but
as I list mine, you could get some ideas.
All right.
And Andy, you can
Oh yeah, I'll chime in.
chime in if you want.
I think I got one off the top of my head that you guys might salivate over a little.
Salivate
Over.
Okay.
it better be good for you using a big term like that.
Oh yeah,
Big words.
That's a
Andy,
big word for me.
Use
Oh
the
yeah.
Shostak word.
Wow. Wow, Shostak.
All right.
Anyway,
Shotstack is the vocabulary of Connecticut.
is it just Connecticut?
Is it just?
I don't think it's a national.
I don't know either,
Oh,
truthfully.
it's a Connecticut thing then.
Yeah.
All right. Hollywood Hogan from 1998
Mm-hmm.
versus Shawn Michaels from 1998 versus Stone Cold from 1998 in a triple threat for the WWE title at WrestleMania 14.
Wow.
For
Now,
All in their prime except for Hogan.
I think Hogan would end up going over, and here's why.
Yep.
He would pull his politics card.
I was just gonna say for
'Cause for that
sheer
pay-per-view-
politics, Hogan goes
that
over.
pay-per-view- match, and that big of a
Taker
match.
threatened Shawn Michaels and told him he better do the right thing, which put Austin over. But if Hogan's there, Hogan ain't gonna take the chip and Taker either. He'll be like, "No, I'm going over, brother." HH.
What do you think?
I would probably think the same, just because he. That's how Hogan was.
Now,
Yeah, I
to
can
be,
see
to
Hogan
be fair,
going over.
Michaels would have been leaving anyway, so you probably still would have gotten Hogan Austin in a program after that, regardless.
True.
But still, I think Hogan would have put himself over.
Okay. Ricky the Dragon Steamboat from 88 against Daniel Bryan.
Say that one more time.
Ricky the Dragon Steamboat from 1988 versus Daniel Bryan.
Daniel Bryan from when?
It doesn't matter. He's
pretty.
Take your pick.
he hasn't lost
Yeah.
a step, so.
From 88. Now that was
He was IC champion, I believe.
Was that when he faced Macho Man at Mania?
87.
That was 87.
Let's go with that one then.
I mean, he's probably at the same
Still
level
same
he was
level.
then.
I'm gonna go with the Dragon from '88 because remember when the Dragon was at Mania 24, he still looks like he can go. When he faced Jericho and the Legends...
It was actually 20.
Mickey
that was
Rourke
actually
was in that
25.
match.
25? That's the same difference.
Remember when Mickey Rourke was in that match?
Well, he was just kind of there. Right?
Yeah.
He was supposed to be in the match,
He was a client.
but then... Because the wrestler was so successful, he didn't want to hurt his acting career, whatever. I don't know.
Yeah.
Mickey Rourke ain't The Rock, so he wasn't going to ruin anything.
I'm going to go Daniel Bryan. Just because I think Daniel Bryan would be able to... I don't know. I feel like Dragon was good at it was a good technical wrestler, but I feel like Daniel Bryan would have the edge with submissions and stuff.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It'd be very good, though.
Yeah, it'd be a 5-star match.
Speaking of 5-star matches, the Golden Era. Are you okay? What is wrong with your cat?
We're gonna.
I can tell. No, the microphone's picking up those sneezes.
Oh, you see the little snippets there?
This is gonna be it's the third
right?
time.
If you like sneezing cats, this video is for you.
All right.
Anyway.
5-star match.
Anyways, speaking of 5-star matches, the Golden Era stars, Hulk Hogan from 88, Randy Savage from 88, and the Ultimate Warrior from 88, versus the Attitude Era stars, Stone Cold from 98, Shawn Michaels from 98, and The Rock from 2000 in a 6-man tag at Mania.
Wow.
So you
Mania
have
2000.
the Mega Powers and Ultimate Warrior versus
Rock, Austin,
and Michaels.
And they're all in their prime. What are you going with?
I'm gonna go the Attitude Era stars.
That's a tough one.
Let's be real here, okay? Hogan and Warrior couldn't wrestle their way out of a paper bag.
Warrior could.
Hogan wasn't.
Hogan
Warrior, in his prime
Hogan
was...
couldn't. Warrior could at least. He at least had the power advantage.
Yeah.
He could do some pretty good stuff there.
Yeah.
Hogan couldn't do anything.
No.
Hogan was
all get beat up and then Hulk up, fucking leg
and
drop.
a leg drop. He was just a showman.
Yeah.
He was all character.
Yep.
Nothing. He was no substance.
I'm gonna go Attitude Era stars and Rock pins Macho Man.
Ooh.
Wow.
Okay.
Because Hogan ain't taking that pinfall.
Absolutely not.
Let's face it. If he's losing, he ain't taking the pinfall.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's hilarious. All right, that's all I had. So.
I got an interesting one for you guys. Not that there's too much difference between him now and him when I'm going to say.
Sure.
But I'm going to say Tommaso Ciampa from May of this year
You have my attention.
versus Ken Shamrock from 1997.
That's interesting.
What kind of match are we talking about here? Just a regular.
No holds barred.
I'd still go.
I
with
feel like
Ciampa.
I feel like I got his attention more than I did yours.
You know,
Because Shamrock wasn't really. At that time, he had those feuds with The Rock for the IC title.
well, he's the world's most dangerous man. At least
Well,
billed as.
at that
you know.
time,
But we're talking about that time.
I say Tommaso Ciampa from earlier this year because his match with I don't remember which one it was.
Gargano. Which one? It was
No, it was the one in from Chicago
That was amazing.
where he pinned him out, where he DDT'd him on the wood.
Oh
while he was handcuffed.
I have been
that was
very
in June.
vocal about how I hated the ending because
Why did you hit the ending to
That was
the
absolutely
officials pulled Gargano off him in a no holds barred match. That's why.
that was
Gargano
it was
had him
beautiful.
dead.
It was beautiful.
I do like how Champ hit the DDT while still handcuffed.
That was
incredible.
That was amazing.
That was
That I loved it.
So I'm gonna go with Ciampa.
I'm gonna go Ciampa as well.
I'm gonna go Ciampa too. And one I thought of, basically just now, was current day Drew McIntyre versus 2003. Let's bury everybody. Triple H.
I'm gonna
2003.
I'm gonna go with bury everybody.
I'm going Triple H.
So Paul from 2003
Where he's
against.
burying everybody as World Heavyweight Champion.
That was a tough time.
Every pay-per-view that passed in 2003
It was all Triple H going over.
Well, no. Like, once we got to WrestleMania, like, I can't wait to watch Raw and see Booker T as world champion. Nope. We get to June. I can't wait to see Kevin Nash as world champion. Nope.
We get to August.
We
I
get
can't
to
wait to see.
SummerSlam. I can't wait to see Goldberg win the Elimination Chamber. Nope.
The best part about Triple H and Booker T wasn't that like a really, what's the word?
Derogatory storyline.
A little bit of a derogatory storyline against Booker T.
Yep.
and yet he still lost.
And racial as well.
That's
because Triple H said something along the lines of, "Someone like you can never be world champion."
Well,
that was beautiful.
They did bring that up in a interview.
Booker was supposed to go over.
Well, this is how you know how old this is. This was back when they had WWE New York. I think they had it at the time.
The world.
Yeah. And they brought up Booker T to Triple H in an interview, and he's like, "No, I don't care if he's black, blah blah blah. It's has nothing to do with him being black, blah blah blah." Oh, he said something about his dreadlocks or something like that. I don't remember. It was freaking 15 years ago, but
probably would have been considered cringy today.
Maybe.
Yeah. Well,
everyone's
with
so
today
sensitive.
being offended by everything.
Oh my God.
Right. So, with all that happening at that time, you would expect Booker T to go over.
You'd think.
Maybe have it for a month or two and then give it back to Triple H, but whatever. But I'm going to go with Triple H.
Triple H.
Yeah.
Easily. Yeah, you guys have any more?
No, that's all I got.
nothing.
That's all you got?
Yeah.
Well, I didn't really plan ahead for Fantasy Warfare. So.
I didn't know. I didn't know.
You're just a guest on our show.
I'm literally just a guest. I'm just here to fill some space. I'm a filler match, if you will.
You're here to, okay.
Raw has a lot of those.
Okay. Yeah. So Chad Gable and Bobby Roode won the Raw Tag Team titles. Where are they going with that?
They're going to be transitional champions.
Yes, transitional for either another team.
But why? AOP. This is the thing. This is a common thing right now. AOP were off TV for like 4 months.
Mm-hmm.
Come in out of nowhere and win the Raw Tag Team titles. Then about 3 or 4 weeks later, Chad Gable and Bobby Roode, who just got paired up randomly, go on and win the titles like a month later. So like, what's going on here? It's frustrating because all of this is happening, and like Rollins said, you got the Revival backstage doing nothing.
Lucha House Party matches.
Yeah.
That was last week. It was literally the 3 guys in Lucha House Party versus Scott Dawson, like 3-on-1. That's what it was. That's literally what it was. It was a 3-on-1 handicap match, but it was billed as Lucha House Rules.
What does that even mean?
It means that any of them can be in the match, I guess. I don't know.
That's stupid.
So it's a Freebird rule.
Basically.
It's a Freebird rule for a one-on-one match.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Oh, okay.
It was literally like a 3-on-1 handicap match.
I can tell you right now
who's
why.
the heel, who's the face in this?
Yeah.
by that
the
logic.
faces are cheating is essentially what's happening, yeah.
Right.
I'll tell you right now why they're doing this with the tag titles. Because Vince McMahon probably changed his mind. He probably got white hot on AOP, and then after Drake Maverick pissed himself, he was like, "Yeah, this isn't it." That's probably what happened.
I can see that.
That's the only explanation I can think of.
Right.
And they're just gonna put the titles on Roode and Gable because they got a little heat on, or they're a little warm at the moment, and then they'll find somebody else.
By the time Royal Rumble comes along, here's what's gonna happen: Bobby Roode and or Chad Gable are gonna eliminate each other from the Royal Rumble, and then break up.
They'll drop the titles the next night on Raw,
and they will be off TV before Mania hits,
and have a horrible match at Chamber, and that's it.
I was going to say
the pre-show Battle Royal at Mania.
Yep, absolutely. Unfortunately,
so IWGP United States Champion Cody Rhodes recently turned down a WWE offer.
Good. I do not want any of the Elite in WWE because they will ruin them.
You will see the Elite in All Elite Wrestling.
Right.
Good.
It's a new promotion that's opening up very soon.
Which is rumored to be funded by Jacksonville Jaguars president, I forget his name, but the NFL team. And Cody and Brandy Rhodes were recently spotted in a Jacksonville Jaguars suite at a recent game.
Oh,
which
I didn't know
fuels
that.
some speculation there. And I think having the word elite in the name of the promotion,
it's nice.
Hints at something maybe.
Yeah. Now, here's a question. Now, if the Elite, meaning Cody and the Bucks, are doing this, do Marty and or Kenny still come to WWE at some point? I think Marty comes at some point because his girlfriend's in NXT.
Who's his girlfriend?
I don't remember her name off the top of my head.
I feel like
she recently signed though, because we met him almost a year ago, and his girlfriend was at the the show we were at. It was a Northeast Wrestling show.
I feel like Kenny Omega will be there eventually
if the money's right.
I hope not.
They did a recent skit with him on their website.
Oh, with the New Day, right?
No, not that. This was on. I think it was on Being the Elite.
Oh, okay.
Kenny's in his hotel room, and a note comes under his door, and it
you
says
told me about
like, something about if you want out of Japan, but you're looking for more, how about you come down as entry number 4, hinting at the Royal Rumble, and there was at the bottom of the note it said H.
I can't wait until until the number 4 of the Rumble comes along. Everybody's all hot and ready for Kenny Omega, and it's just like Kurt Hawkins comes out or something stupid.
Amazing.
Or even better, like I'm just one man. Fucking Heath Slater comes out.
Oh my gosh.
You know what?
They're trolls like that though, and then they'll have Kenny come out number 5.
That would happen. One thing that happened is another thing that happened in that same skit. Mm-hmm. Another note came under his door and said something along the lines of like, if you're looking for a bigger payday, how about a one-on-one match with AJ?
Ooh.
And in my head, I'm like, don't tease me with a good time.
Oh my god.
And then Kenny Omega in the video goes, you know what, I'll put this in my back pocket.
Yeah, oh my god.
So, he didn't, he's fueling speculation himself. And staying on the topic of the Elite guys, we will finish up with Final Battle 2018, which is Friday the 14th from the Hammerstein Ballroom in New York City. Myself, Andy here, and another one of our friends, Nick, will be attending.
Where's that from? Oh.
It's at the Hammerstein. It's
I get what I said, yeah.
Yeah.
Pay attention.
I'm not going to go over the whole... Actually, there's...
Don't go over the whole card. Just go over some of the highlights.
All right. Matt Taven versus Dalton Castle. Who you got?
Matt Taven.
I'm going to go Dalton Castle.
Dalton Castle is a former...
Ring of Honor World Champion.
Yeah, Ring of Honor World Champion.
That's just a singles match. Jeff Cobb versus Hangman Page for the ROH World TV title.
I think Cobb goes over, but I really want to see Hangman Page win.
I want to see Hangman win too, but from what I saw, this Jeff Cobb guy is supposedly really good.
I don't know.
And he just recently won the title because he got it off Punishment Martinez, right?
Yeah, no, Punishment Martinez is in NXT.
Yeah. Jonathan Gresham versus Zack Sabre Jr. in a singles match.
Zack Sabre Jr.
I'm going to go Jonathan Gresham.
Really?
Yes. He is a very good wrestler.
Look, I don't know
very underrated.
As much about a lot of ROH guys as I probably should, but I'm still going to go with Zack Sabre Jr. in that.
Sumi Sakai versus Madison Rayne versus Karen Q versus Kelly Klein in a 4-corner survival match for the Women of Honor World Championship. I don't know who many of these people are.
I wouldn't be surprised if it was Karen Q. I didn't really know anything about her until recently.
Yeah.
She was at an NEW show I went to. She faced Zack Ryder's girlfriend, or not Zack Ryder. No, not Zack. I don't know why I said Zack Ryder. RVD.
Oh, okay.
Katie Forbes is her name.
Oh, okay.
Katie Forbes won because she's dating RVD. But Karen Q reportedly has interest from WWE.
Oh, no way.
She does.
So that could be maybe to try to keep her around.
Yeah.
ROH gives her the belt. Maybe Madison Rayne. That's the name value there.
Yeah. I'll go Sumi Sakai just because I don't know any better.
I'm going to go on a limb and say Karen Q.
Bully Ray versus Flip Gordon in an I Quit match.
I got to assume Bully Ray's going to go over.
Yeah, probably.
That's kind of continuing the storyline that happened at All In Chicago.
There's 2 more matches on the whole card. Yeah, the only match that I really wasn't going to do was the Women of Honor match, but then I realized it was for the title, so... Christopher Daniels versus Marty Scurll in a singles match to determine the number 1 contender for the ROH World title.
Marty Scurll.
I'm going to go Marty as well. I don't think he's ever had an ROH title shot, has he?
I think he might have had a shot.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
Not to my knowledge.
He's never been champion, obviously.
Yeah. And I don't know if this is going to be the main event, but it's the last one listed. SoCal Uncensored, Frankie Kazarian and Scorpio Sky versus the Briscoes, Jay and Mark Briscoe, versus the Young Bucks, Matt and Nick Jackson, it's called Ladder War 7 for the ROH World Tag Team Championships.
I cannot wait for that match.
The champions are currently SoCal Uncensored.
I think they retain.
I am going to go the Young Bucks because there's rumors of the Young... If the Young Bucks win, we will definitely know they're not going anywhere.
Yeah, but that's the thing. I don't think they're going to win. And I don't know what your page you're looking at, but you forgot the main event, which is Jay Lethal versus Cody for the ROH World title.
You know why? Because that's the 3rd match listed on here.
I don't know why that is.
Jay Lethal versus Cody ROH World title. Singles match.
Jay Lethal retains because Cody has said he is a free agent January 1st. Unless they try to pull a swerve and do like a CM Punk.
I was going to say that exact same scenario, but that's why Cody will win the ROH World title for the, I believe, 2nd time.
It'd be awesome if he took it, stopped showing up January 1st, and pulled like a CM Punk type storyline that WWE should have done in 2011, and kept him off TV for a while, and then maybe shows up at the G1 Supercard in April and says, "No, I'm the real ROH World Champion when they're at a sold-out Madison Square Garden.
Instead of doing it a week later.
Yeah,
Like
so,
they did
I
with
mean,
Punk.
they could really...
They can do that.
It would work out well, and I think it'd be a smart thing to do, but we'll see what happens. I'm still going to say Jay Lethal retains, though.
I'm still going to say Cody.
This is wishful thinking on our part for that Cody Rhodes
No.
storyline.
I think the Elite walks out with all the gold.
Think so.
Actually, you know what? I'm gonna make a slight change. I'm gonna say Hangman wins against Jeff Cobb, and then you have
If Marty's the number one contender,
If Marty wins.
and Cody is champion, you could do something with that too.
yep.
I can see
The
that.
Elite
There's
will
different
have all the gold, and they'll have controversy with Marty and Cody
That
for
could
the
make
belt.
sense.
Well, Cody's the IWGP US champion as well.
Is Jericho still the Intercontinental
Yes, he
champion
is.
over there?
Yep.
That's
He is.
amazing.
Yep.
He is.
I love Chris Jericho's a god.
Yes, yes, he is.
And he's still signed with WWE.
He's got like a Legends deal or
Yeah,
some kind of deal. with them
he
going,
can
yeah.
come and go as he pleases, basically.
Right.
That's
I don't.
amazing.
Well,
He
earned
went
it,
to a
earned
different
it.
company, won a title, but he'll come and go as he pleases.
Quick, before we go, quick question: is Jericho in the Rumble this year?
No.
No, what?
No. Okay. He comes and goes as he pleases. He's the king of surprises.
I mean, I wouldn't be that surprised. if he
Yeah.
did.
He'll be in the Rumble maybe.
You
but-
know what?
no, that's why I said it'd be
wait,
in the
you know
Rumble.
what?
Oh, they said
Hold-
win the Rumble.
No,
Hold
if I did
on.
say win, I said in the
Hold
Rumble.
on.
What?
The Royal Rumble,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what the exact date is.
27th, I want to say.
27th, is it? Because New Japan has a show in California January 30th, I want to say.
So it was 3 days apart.
Or maybe later that week, at the end of the week. And the Rumble's in Phoenix, Arizona. You never know. It could happen. I don't think it will, but it could.
I'm trying to get the date right now.
I don't need the exact date, so.
Well, I mean to confirm your.
Well, I know
your
that's
suspicion.
what it is. I think
January 27th.
That's the same day.
Yeah.
So never mind. Although Jericho did show up at All In and then perform with Fozzy in a different state in the same
Yeah.
night, so
Yeah.
That's very true.
you know, I guess you never know what can happen with Chris
Yeah.
Jericho. But I'm gonna say that's all we got for today, right?
Yep.
That's what we have,
Seems to
yeah.
be it.
All right, so like us, subscribe, all that other stuff. You'll see Wilson and my social media pages. You'll see that on your screen right now.
Absolutely.
End of the Day Entertainment. We're on Facebook as well. Find us there. And we will see you at the next one.
Thank you for listening.
Later.